Hello and welcome to unit number 6 for our Interpretive Trails course. Unit number 6 is kind of a thought exercise where I want you to think about the advantages and disadvantages, in this case, of self-guided interpretive trails. And the reason we look at this is because the advantages and disadvantages help us determine what kind of interpretive trail we're actually going to be doing. So, for example, disadvantages might be how long the trail is, the difficulty in walking the trail. Does it have a very high slope, for example? Another disadvantage might be that it goes through areas where there's a lot of insects, nothing like going on an interpretive trail and being chased by mosquitoes. Other disadvantages might be that there's not that many people that actually want to use an interpretive trail. You may be at a park that's more of a recreation fishing park and just not get a lot of trail use. Other disadvantages might be that it goes through a lot of standing water when it rains, so you may have to do a raised boardwalk. So those are all some of the kinds of disadvantages of a trail, for a self-guided trail, for a particular trail project, and the advantages and disadvantages will change by location. Some of the advantages might be that there are a lot of people that want to learn more about the natural or cultural history, and a self-guided trail is the best way to introduce them to your story. Self-guided trails and trail signage can reach thousands of people, where an interpreter might only be able to get 10 or 20 at a time. So that might be one of the advantages. Another advantage might be if your trail is doing mass customization, you can have more than one thematic trail guide. We do interpretive trails that might have 5, 10, 15 different interpretive themes using the same trail. So those are advantages. Other advantages might be that the trail might be able to be easily designed to be handicap accessible, so a wheelchair can easily go over it. Another advantage might be that the trail might have dual purposes. It might be a self-guided trail, but also might be a bicycle trail or an equestrian trail. So for the project you're working on, I would like you to think about the advantages and disadvantages of the particular trail that you might be working on, or of a recent trail project, and kind of think about how your analysis of disadvantages and advantages affects how you might actually design the trail, or how you might do interpretive planning and designs for the trail to overcome disadvantages that the trail system might have. That's what a planner has to think a lot, especially with trails. And of course, always remember, plan interpretive trails, at least in the United States, in spring, because that's when we have all the high water. It tells you where you need to put in boardwalks or things like that. So that's the assignment for this time, is think about the advantages and disadvantages of a trail system you might be thinking about, and how those particular disadvantages might affect your decision as to how to actually plan the trail, and what kind of interpretive media that you might need to be using for it, or if you will need things like boardwalks or viewing platforms or raised decks to deal with trails that might flood occasionally. So that's it for this unit. After this, we're going to start working on content for planning the trails as well. So if you have any questions, send me an email, or if you're here in the States or Canada or Mexico, give me a call, or you can always Skype me and we can talk more about this. There shouldn't be a very hard assignment, as we actually get you into writing and developing interpretive media and actually writing interpretive trail guides. All this will start coming together in more detail. So that's about it. Have a good time thinking about your trail, and I look forward to seeing what you send me. Bye-bye.